I'm an RV technician and I go undercover at dealerships to review RVs for quality. In today's review, I'm going to be looking at a 2023 Winnebago Adventurer Class A Motorhome. This is their 35F floor plan. I found a really weird combination of like super high quality components and super low quality components. I'm going to be talking about both of those in today's review. First, let's look at the water heater. This RV has a pretty typical Suburban brand tank type water heater. Tank type actually works better when you're boondocking because you can conserve water without it creating cold spots. Quality-wise, I give this Suburban brand tank type water heater 10 out of 10 points. Next, let's look at the roofing material. They have a solid fiberglass roof. Fiberglass is a much more resilient roof covering and is not going to be prone to little tree branches just poking holes in it. You still will have caulking up on the top that you have to reseal periodically, but quality-wise, I give this 10 out of 10 points. Next, let's talk about the choice of air conditioners. This has a very typical Coleman Mach brand AC unit. I score these 7 out of 10 points because in my experience as a technician, I've had to replace many of them that lost their refrigerant within the 3-year-old mark. The warranty for the Coleman Mach air conditioner is only 2 years from date of sale. So if it loses its refrigerant and goes bad in the 2 to 3 year mark, you'll be replacing it on your own dime. I think there's better choices of ACs on the market. I give this 7 out of 10 points. Next, let's look at the refrigerator choice. I actually really like that they used a Whirlpool brand residential, 120 volt residential refrigerator. This is not a 12 volt residential. Quality-wise, I think this is a really good choice. I give it 10 out of 10 points. If you have an electric refrigerator, whether it's 12 volt or 120 volt, and you're going on long trips, a common story is that people drive for 4 or 5 hours with their refrigerator full and on, and it drains the battery. Now the food is getting warm in the fridge because it's actually sapped the battery bank. Some RVs are actually going to be better suited for your camping style and others less well suited. If you want to know more about what's going to be a good appliance for you and your camping style, go check out my free quiz on my website. Next, let's look at the cabinet quality in this RV. The face frames are a vinyl wrapped lumber core material, which the lumber core has lumber on the inside, but MDF on the outside, which is still prone to soaking up water and splitting the vinyl wrapper. The doors, however, look like pretty wood, but they're actually a vinyl wrapped material as well. Either lumber core or just solid MDF is what it looks like on the inside of this screw hole behind the handle. I also noticed when I pulled this access panel out in the bathroom that the material on the floor of the cabinet is actual just particle board with a vinyl wrap. This is going to be very prone to water damage. I give the cabinet boxes and doors 5 out of 10 points. Pretty meh, in my opinion. Next, let's look at the countertops. It was interesting. There's actually 2 bathrooms in this Class A motorhome. I was honestly surprised after looking at the cabinet quality that this has solid surface countertops in the kitchen, the bathroom, and another bathroom. That's really great quality. I give 10 out of 10 points to the countertops. Next, let's take a look at the slide out system. I was happy that instead of Schwintek, they used Lippert's Slim Rack. This is a much more reliable type of above floor slide mechanism. I give this 10 out of 10 points. It's especially important to have a good slide system when this RV has a full wall slide out, meaning the wall from the front to back of the whole RV moves out, which is really great for making the floor plan in the RV much more livable. It creates a lot more space on the inside when it opens up. It's not so great when you have that big slide out on a slide system that's going to break a lot. If you want more help identifying the types of materials and mechanisms that they're using in RVs, my RV shopping course covers the quality of all the major components and includes a mobile web app you can use to grade RVs just like I'm doing in today's review. Next, let's look at the frame and chassis on this. This was made by the Ford Motor Company. This is their F53 gas engine chassis. They work well enough for moving this gas engine motorhome around. If you're wanting to do some serious towing, you got to take a close look at your weight limits and what this could actually pull behind it. But if you're not planning on towing anything, I don't think that there's any real considerations here. It's decent quality, 10 out of 10 points. Next, let's look at the plumbing in this motorhome. If you're new here, you may be wondering, what's up with plumbing? A lot of RVs are plumbed in such a way that creates water leaks. Unfortunately, this is not an exception to that rule. In this motorhome, we've got flexible tubing improperly pinch clamped onto PEX fittings behind the toilets, going down under deck, under sinks. There's a lot of potential leaks in this RV. I have to give it 0 out of 10 points to the plumbing system on this Winnebago. Fit and finish. This particular one I didn't see any issues with, so I give it 10 out of 10 points. This brings our total score to 82 points. It lost 10 points in just the plumbing category, and anytime that I have bad plumbing in an RV, I give it an automatic F grade, because folks, you do not want water leaks in your RV. So you got a couple options here. One is call up Winnebago and ask them if you can order one of these special with good plumbing. They'll tell you no, but they need to hear it from you that this is something you care about. Second option is you could pay to have this thing replumbed, but it's going to be a lot of money based on where this bad plumbing goes and how hard it's going to be to access the bad fittings. Option 3, and honestly the easiest for you, is going to be go find a different motorhome. There's many RV manufacturers that plumb their RVs correctly. If you want to watch a video explaining the plumbing problem in detail, click here. If you want to watch more reviews of me looking at Class A motorhomes, click here.